Hey, thank you. Colorado voters, you'll have the chance in November to extend free school meals to all students regardless of income. Pandemic-era federal funding that paid for free meals for all, not extended for this school year, making families once again prove their income to qualify.
News 5's Maggie Bryan is live with a look at how the proposal would generate money to provide meals for every student in Colorado. Maggie.
I'm here at Coronado High School. It's part of District 11 here in Colorado Springs. Around 40% of students here are enrolled in free and reduced school lunch programs. And backers of this ballot measure say that if it's passed, it will reduce the stigma of food insecurity, allowing kids to focus on learning.
Food insecurity was a huge thing.
Chauncey Johnson has spent his whole life in southeast Colorado Springs. He says when he was a child, his family faced food insecurity, like many others around him.
It's sort of been a food desert here.
And says the stigma of that insecurity was painful.
You also know in your head that you're one of those kids that can't afford something, or your parents can, and that brings a really huge toll on someone.
A measure on Colorado's November ballot aims to tackle that problem, expanding free school breakfast and lunch to all students, no matter their family's income, while also sourcing healthy ingredients from local farmers. Schools would be reimbursed for every meal, paid for by limiting state income tax deductions for Coloradans earning over $300,000 a year. That levels out to be the top 3% of income earners. One former Callahan elementary teacher says she's seen students not able to participate in school because they are hungry.
She looked at me squarely and said, "Mrs. Sassy, I had nothing to eat last night. My stomach hurts, my head is fuzzy. I don't care about reading right now."
She says even with lunch programs in place, access is still an issue for some families.
There are people that don't qualify but still don't have access to food, and then there are folks that don't apply because of pride.
In Colorado, a family of 4 has to make less than around $36,000 a year to qualify for free lunch and less than $51,000 for reduced price lunch. Those opposing the measure say the public shouldn't carry the cost of free meals for all students. I called and emailed legislators who voted no on referring the question to voters. I'm waiting to hear back. And this just in, a couple minutes ago, I did receive a statement from Colorado State Representative Andres Pico, who voted no to that referendum. He says, in part, parents should provide for their own children and not expect the state's taxpayers to pick up the tab. If this ballot measure is passed by voters, it will go into effect and provide free meals for all students starting next school year. In Colorado Springs, I'm Maggie Bryan, News 5.